Seeing if my YouTube stream is working. Hello, YouTube. Are we working? But each time that I do, that song's stuck in my head. So stuck in my head. Okay. Oh, it's working. Amazing. Amazing. The live stream's working on YouTube. That's all I wanted to know. And now we're going to go live on TikTok because I definitely went live first on YouTube. Now we're going to go live on the Tiki-Talkie. I'm so excited for today's stream because we're going to be doing a little monthly dopamine menu, if you will. Wait. I literally cannot wait. Okay. Oh boy. Hold on, let me turn down. Sorry, this is gonna take me a sec. Not my live stream. There we go. To make sure everything's working well. Okay. So let me I don't know why TikTok does it the way that it does, but whatever, it's fine. So okay, wait, hold on, pause. There we go. I made a little dopamine menu for the month, okay? And we're just going to share this dopamine menu because we are all about romanticizing our life. So basically, if you don't know what a dopamine menu is, it's essentially a menu that you create with appetizers, mains, desserts, and specials to just romanticize your life, have more fun in life, because honestly, life's too short to not romanticize every day. So I created a dopamine menu. You guys can screenshot this, or I will also post it on the Trophy Life Club Instagram, and I'll post it on my own main Instagram too, so you can screenshot it. But we're going to go over everything that I made for the month of March. So these are basically things, let's say you're having a bad day and you're like, I'm just not feeling myself. Basically, you can look at the dopamine menu and get a little hit of something, or spend more time and get a longer hit. So let's go into appetizers first. We have, these are all, by the way, appetizers are all quick hits that are like instant. So anything that basically will bring you instant gratification, that's going to be an appetizer. So we have lighting a candle. Who doesn't love a good candle lit in their house? Especially when your candle is full on, what's the word I'm looking for? Seasonal. When it's seasonal, there's nothing better. By the way, you guys can watch on YouTube as well. The viewing might be a little bit better than on TikTok. Still trying to figure out the best way to go about this on TikTok, but that's a side note. Then we have sitting up straight. So like just checking your posture. I'll do that literally right now. And it's just one of those things that you can do to instantly boost your mood. Don't ever underestimate the power of sitting up straight because it can do a lot for you and your mental and emotional well-being. It's amazing. Okay, third thing we have on the appetizer list is open the window for some fresh air. Even if it's cold outside, which March, I would say, at least for me where I live here in Utah, it's still pretty chilly outside. But opening your window and getting some fresh air is really going to help you to get that instant dopamine hit. And just, again, smelling the fresh air, it's the best. I think I read this somewhere. Maybe it was on like the Andrew Huberman podcast, but someone was on a podcast, like a health podcast, saying that a lot of times our homes have the most toxic air, even when you compare it to like outside. And I thought that was interesting. So I constantly am just trying to like leave my doors in my home open just to get that fresh breeze going. Okay, fourth thing on our appetizer list is buy a spring flower bouquet. Now, I love a good rose. Like roses are my absolute favorite flower ever. And during every season, I'll just kind of buy a different color. Light pink for me screams springtime. Same with like yellow, but yellow I feel like is more of like an April color. So for me, March is very light pink. So I'm going to go to Trader Joe's tomorrow and do that. You know, just kind of like while you're at the grocery store. You don't have to like go out of your way, but like I'll be going to the grocery store to get some stuff for a bachelorette party that I'm doing. And while I'm there, I would just, you know, pick up some flowers. Okay. The last one, my favorite thing in the world, is adding lemon to your water. If you just need a quick pick me up and something to boost your mood, leave it to lemon. Oh my gosh, getting your Stanley and adding half of a lemon and some like ice to it, or you could honestly just, you don't even need ice because it's that good. Like, I love room temperature water when it has lemon in it. I know it sounds so weird, but I swear, digestion wise, it helps so much. It's the first thing I drink every morning. Like while I'm driving to Pilates, before I leave my house, I fill up my Stanley, do a half a lemon, and I'll usually drink like half of this by the time I get there. And because the water doesn't have any ice in it, it helps my digestion for the rest of the day so much. And I swear it like makes your stomach flat when you're drinking lemon water constantly. So that's something I love to do, and I want you to try to do it as well. So definitely try that out if you haven't. Okay. Mains. This is the fun one. So this is like things that are medium to low effort. So the first thing we have on here is curating some spring outfits. This is basically just going into your closet with clothes that you already have, because odds are you have clothing that you can very easily use for spring. But having outfits that are set aside for like, let's say you want to do like a date night one and maybe like a daytime one, there is nothing better than having a cute outfit already picked out before the said date or daytime activity happens. It's the best feeling when you don't have to think about what to wear. Okay, the second thing is a lymphatic massage at home. You could also get this done, but I would recommend just doing it at home, because I actually think if you know what you're doing when it comes to lymphatic drainage massages, I've noticed that if I have a good brush, I feel like I can actually be more effective than when I pay like $150 to get one done. I recently got the Skinny Confidential dry brush, and when I tell you I am so obsessed with that dry brush, I cannot get enough of it. I am in love with that thing. So I used to have like a cheap one on Amazon, and honestly, you can feel the difference on your skin when you're using it, especially on like your stomach where your skin's really sensitive and like your chest area. So I love the Skinny Confidential one. But again, doing that, it's something that maybe takes like 10 or 15, 20 minutes, 30 I would say max, but it will boost your mood like crazy and give you that dopamine hit, which is what we want. Okay, the third thing that we're going to do to give us a little dopamine hit is we're going to tie a bow in our hair. Never underestimate the feminine power of a good bow in your hair. Whenever I'm like not feeling it, like whenever I'm just like not feeling myself that day, I'm like, what can I do to like up how I'm feeling? Whether my hair is tied up in a ponytail, a bun, or it's just like natural like it is now, there is so much power in a bow. You feel so put together, you feel cute, you feel feminine. You're like, yes, I'm tapping into that divine feminine energy. I'm here for it. So that honestly is like super low effort. It's nothing crazy, but will add a lot to your outfit too. Okay, the fourth thing we have on our main dopamine menu list for the month is a manifestation meditation. Now, I have a few favorites. I need to do a full podcast episode on this because I am such a huge believer in manifestation, and you can literally do it with anything. And here's the cool thing with a manifestation meditation is Joe Dispenza specifically, he has 2 books that talk about like the science behind manifestation meditations and how it like taps into your subconscious brain and it literally rewires your brain. And so it's not like The Secret where it's just like, oh, I'm going to focus on this thing and then it's just going to happen to me. It's like, no, you actually have to put in the work, and you have to first go there in your mind, in your subconscious, so that it happens to you in your life. So you can look up any like Joe Dispenza meditations manifestation on YouTube. But what I will say is check the comments of the videos and make sure that it's like a legit meditation of his, because a lot of people will do like AI ones or whatever. Also, if you're in the chat, hi, I see you guys in the chat. This is my first live stream of like the vibe that I want to do here on TikTok and YouTube, and I'm very excited about it. So we're gonna be doing weekly lives. I think I'm gonna do Wednesday or Tuesday. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, this week we're creating our monthly dopamine menu for March. So okay, so was that the fourth thing? Yeah, fifth thing on our main dopamine menu is we're going to create a nutrient dense recipe. Now, everyone has different, preferences when it comes to food. So what I would recommend is doing this. If I were to create a new nutrient dense recipe, I would go onto Pinterest, and whatever type of food I was in the mood for, let's say I'm in the mood for salmon, I would go onto Pinterest and I would type in nutrient dense salmon recipe or high protein salmon recipe, whatever you want. And then I would just look at what I could find and then make the recipe. So easy. Plus, it's so fun to make something new. The experience that you get from cooking a new recipe, the character that you build, even if you mess it up, it's just, you can't go wrong. It's the best. Okay. For desserts. This is the fun spot. Okay, so all the desserts are going to be reset and self-care items, something sweet for yourself. That was kind of like the theme I wanted to do for our dopamine menu. And by the way, I'm going to be doing these every single month. So each month we're going to have a new dopamine menu. So it's going to be like seasonal, if you will. Okay, so the first thing we have on here on our dessert menu is taking a magnesium bath. It's still a little bit chilly outside with it being March, and there's nothing better than getting in the bathtub and it's a good magnesium soak. On my Amazon storefront, I have my favorite like magnesium bath salts on there. If you need a good recommendation, I've bought like 3 bags of them. I probably buy a new bag like every 2 months, but I usually go through I take like 2 or 3 baths a week if I'm like really in a bath mode, which right now I am. I have been for the past like month. There's nothing better. And honestly, when it comes to this dessert menu, I would say between 30 minutes to an hour. So again, something sweet for yourself, making that extra effort to feel really good about yourself. Okay. Next on here, one of my favorite thing ever, I just realized I also spelled Pilates wrong. But you get the vibes. Go to a Pilates class. I am obsessed with reformer Pilates. I've also always wanted to go to a hot Pilates class. Even like yoga is great, but I think Pilates specifically and reformer Pilates is so amazing because it's usually all women in the class, especially if you can find a good studio where you live. If you do not have access to going to a Pilates class, what I would recommend is, I did this all throughout COVID, is I would just look up on YouTube Pilates, workouts at home. You can look up ones that don't even require weights. There's no excuse to not spend time on yourself when it comes to like a good workout. And there's something about Pilates that's just so fun and feminine and girly, and it definitely will give you that dopamine hit. But if you can, swing it and go to a Pilates class in person. Plus, a lot of times they'll do it your first class like for free or whatever. Or you could like sign up on ClassPass or something and get like a trial. That's what I'd recommend. Okay. Third thing, a fresh Russian manicure. Now you could do this at home, or you could do it, you could go to like a salon. I do both personally. It just depends on my schedule at the time and if I really need it to look really good. So like I have a wedding at the end of the month and I will be going to my girl to go get my nails done. Sometimes I just don't feel like driving and I want to watch Gossip Girl while I do my nails. Also, you could do, when it comes to a Russian manicure, the reason specifically why I love a Russian manicure and why I think you should try it is because it gets rid of like your actual cuticle. So your nail polish will last a lot longer. It's incredible. But again, you could just do a regular manicure at home as well. Okay, the fourth thing on our dessert menu is making a spring Pinterest board. Don't tempt me with a good time, which to me, Pinterest is the most dopamine full. I mean, like, there's nothing better than Pinterest. Truly, like, no social media app could ever compare. I don't even think Pinterest is really social media, but go onto Pinterest, make a fun spring vibe Pinterest board. Add some flowers that you maybe want to have in your home, add some outfits that you like, some fun recipes that you want to try. Maybe like you love gardening and you want to get some inspo for what plants to plant. The possibilities are endless. I actually was thinking, I was like, I need to go onto Pinterest and make my spring Pinterest board. I mean, I'll do it at some point this month because, again, I'm going to follow this dopamine menu and I'm really excited to do it. I've already done some of the things on here this month, but we're going to definitely keep it going. And yeah, I'm excited. I want to look up what I was going to say is something specifically I want on my spring Pinterest board is like, you know, like on people's front doors, how they have those cute, like florals or what are they called? Oh, wreaths. I need a cute like spring wreath. So I need to go on there and look for some inspo for my spring Pinterest board. Okay, the last one is making a homemade honey face mask. Now, you could, again, Pinterest is going to be your best friend for a lot of these dessert items or anything like new recipes, stuff like that. Looking up a homemade honey face mask on Pinterest. 10 out of 10. I've actually never even done this, but I put it on here because I want to do that. You could also do like avocado, but I think honey just sounds so springy and it sounds like a fun vibe. So I'm here for it. Okay. Specials. These are going to be our very high items of the month. I would say you could do one a week or just again, like pick and choose what you like and what you feel like you need to do throughout the month. Some of them, I guess, are a little bit, they're not necessarily time consuming, but they're like maybe a little bit energy, not draining again, but just again, high effort. The first one we have is a good spring clean. So your closet and makeup. I actually just did this yesterday. I went through and I reorganized all the drawers in my closet. I didn't have time to also do my makeup, but I need to do that next. Your closet and your makeup, I feel like, are two places that can so easily get cluttered. So I guess your bathroom. My makeup like vanity is in my closet, so that's why I put them together, but you could just also swap the word out with your bathroom. And it feels so good to have a fresh refresh in those two spaces in the springtime. So that kind of like goes along with our second special of the month, and that is a deep home clean. So just think spring cleaning. That's basically the vibe. And I feel like spring is perfect for a good clean, and I think it's better to do it in March or April, but I think March is great because it really starts to get warm outside and you're like, I want to be feeling fresh. Hi Melissa, what's your skincare routine? Okay, you're going to hate me, but maybe not for long. Maybe not for long. I actually make my own, I've been doing this since last July. I make my own homemade tallow cream, and I may or may not be getting it ready for you guys to try. So that's a secret only for the people that are here because I've never said that anywhere else. But I get asked all the time, and I started making my own skincare because I have such sensitive skin and nothing was working. I was getting like, even sometimes I'll still try out new products and I'm like, I immediately break out in like rashes or blemishes and I'm just like, I can't. And then I just go back to using my tallow cream, and it has tons of like natural ingredients that literally has changed my skin over the past, well, since last July, however many months that is. Wait, maybe it was June, the end of June, last week of June. Yeah. But yeah, we'll talk about that another time. But okay, going back to our monthly dopamine menu on our specials list. So yeah, a deep home clean, like I said, you really can't go wrong with doing this in the springtime. I highly recommend it. And again, just decluttering, getting rid of things that leads us to the third thing, is a declutter. So when it comes to a good spring clean, I would say the difference between a deep clean and a declutter is a deep clean, I would just clean places in your home that you normally don't clean. So one thing I did this month is at the bottom of like my faucets, I soak them in vinegar and I put like a plastic bag around it and then I tie like a rubber band. And this is just really going to help all of that buildup that's on the bottom of your sink in your kitchen to come off. And you don't realize, but there's tons of like calcium and like calcium deposits. There could be mold. Like it's so gross. And vinegar is great because it's a non-toxic way to really effectively get rid of stuff like that. And then what I'll do is use a clean like scrub daddy brush and just like scrub it off. So that's like a perfect example of a deep home clean. Maybe like you have fans in your home, cleaning the top of the fans, just stuff that kind of always gets missed. And then yeah, a home declutter I would say is more so like physical items. So things in your closet or your makeup kit that you just don't use and you're like, okay, I need to throw this mascara away. It's expired. Like I know I personally need to do that because I hoard my makeup and I have it for literally years and I'm like, this is probably so expired and I'm just still using it. I guess this is maybe not the vibe. But you know, it is what it is. And that's why we do a good spring cleaning, is so we can stay on top of it, romanticize our life and love the home that we're living in. And I really just feel like everyone deserves to live their life in a clean home that's in order, that's exactly how you want it. And it really doesn't take, like, yes, it takes high effort and it's kind of like, it just sounds really overwhelming and exhausting, but just think of the feeling that you get after when it's all done. And also whenever I'm like doing a deep clean in my home or I need to like get rid of something or I'm going through my closet, I personally love to turn on a show or like a YouTube video or something. And usually it ends up being Gossip Girl because I love Gossip Girl. By the way, nothing will ever ruin Gossip Girl for me. I don't care. I'm talking about Blake Lively. I love that show so much. Nothing will ever ruin it for me. They're different people. I mean, maybe they're not, but you know what I mean. Who knows? Okay. Let's see. We're on the fourth item. Okay, we have a spring refresh massage. So you can kind of see I kept all the specials to be like a spring clean, spring refresh, just to keep it like cute and fun. I always forget to get massages. Now, there's so many benefits when it comes to getting massages, especially if you're someone who works out consistently. There's so much good that can come out of a freaking deep tissue massage or even like a Swedish massage. It's amazing. It's good for your lymphatic system. It's good for muscle recovery. It's good for puffiness. Cannot recommend it enough. I feel like once I'm pregnant again, I'm sure I'll just do a ton of prenatal massages because I'll be like, it's for the baby. Like I'll have an excuse, but I need to channel that energy now and book the massage for myself. And I'm definitely someone who has a hard time spending money on myself. So if you're also that way, I completely understand. I totally get it. Start with a magnesium bath and then, work your way into a massage. Okay. The last thing we have on our specials menu is complimenting 5 strangers. I thought that this was a really fun thing to add to our March dopamine menu because I really feel like complimenting people is something that means it's just like, it's so good to give good energy to the world. And it makes you also selfishly feel so good inside at the same time. So it's like, it's such a win-win. And I really feel like people just don't compliment each other anymore if you don't know someone. But what I would say is like maybe when you go to the mall next time and you see a girl in Sephora and you like are obsessed with her hair, just compliment her. Be like, I love your hair. It's so cute. The curls are doing it for me. It's a slay. Like that's something that I would personally say to someone. Or even just like, you could just say, I love your smile. Like you're at the grocery store, or even talking, like asking someone how their day's been. That's always something I try to do with like a cashier at a grocery store, is just asking how someone's doing, because a lot of people that work in service jobs are, that you just be kind of lonely and like people, they're kind of just checked out, they're doing their own thing, which I get it. Everyone's, got their own stuff going on. But I think in general, thinking of other people, there's just nothing bad that can come out of that. You guys, I'm so excited for this dopamine menu and for you to try it out for the month. I cannot wait to hear what you think. I am going to be sharing this, I'll post a photo of this dopamine menu on my Instagram, my personal Instagram, and then I'll also post it on the Trophy Life Club Instagram. Actually, maybe I'll just create an actual post on Trophy Life. But yeah, I'm so excited. This is my first stream that I've been doing that I am really excited for. Also, I don't know why TikTok makes the stream so tiny, so I need to figure that out. But I literally go through so many of these Stanleys in a day. It's crazy. I think I legitimately drink 5 of them. I don't am I drinking too much water? I don't know. I do not know. Okay, that's gonna be everything for today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I definitely did. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm going to get an actual schedule set up and I'll add it to my profile so you guys can know when to come hang out, chat in the stream, all that kind of stuff. Or chat in the chat, I guess I should say. But yeah, I'm excited. Okay, wait, before